Hi, I'm Jenny from The Plot, and this is not my plot.
Don't be fooled by the looks that I got. I'm still Jenny from the block. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go, I know where I came from. I'm down to earth.
I have been very adventurous today. I've come all the way from the bottom of the hill to the top of the hill to visit Steve's plot. Hello, Steve.
Hello, Jenny.
Now, we've not actually met in person before today, have we?
No, we haven't, no.
No, I did a shout out on the allotment site's Facebook page, and Steve was the only one mad enough to say, yeah, come up to my plot and interview me. Yeah, so you were in Oxford previous to this, weren't you?
Yeah, and my wife suggested when I was working that to relieve stress and tension, because I was in financial services, to get an allotment. So I did, and my dad had one as a child, and I sort of just love it.
Yeah. Did you kind of grow up gardening then? Or
Not
or
really. I remember little bits and pieces when my dad grew things.
Yeah.
But I really sort of got into it when I was in Oxford, and I learnt a lot of things from one person.
Who's that?
I was allowed to mention his name. I think he's dead now.
Well, yeah, I'm sure then.
Yeah.
I'm sure he won't mind.
Well, interesting story. In Oxford, when I had an allotment, there was lots of old people. I was younger then, so about my age, if you see what I mean. And they did everything by the book. There was one guy who they all used to moan about. Oh, Brian, he doesn't do any work, but look at his stuff. And I had a chat with Brian, and he said, do you know what I do? I said, what? I said, everything that you do just grows.
Yeah.
He said, I don't dig. I said, you don't dig? He said, no. I prepared the site years ago. I do a bit of weeding. I put things in. I manure it. I look after it. I nurture it, but I don't dig. And I learned from that. Yeah. So for the last 20 years, other than preparing this site properly, I haven't dug.
Amazing. And it does look absolutely amazing. We'll have a look round in a moment.
Well, there are some weeds, folks. Now, come on, there are some weeds around.
What did it look like when you first got it, though? Was it very different?
Oh, gosh, yeah. Yeah, now this is an issue that many of us up here have an issue. If someone new takes on a plot, invariably that plot has been vacant for at least a year.
Yeah.
The grass grows 2 or 3 feet high. It's very clay soil up here. So to get it right, you've really got to work.
Yeah.
So when I took on the site, which was November, coming up 11 years, well, 10 and a half, for the first 6 or 7 months, I was just clearing the site because I was working there.
Yeah.
And it was actually quite cool, doing a lot of digging, which I wasn't used to.
It's a lot of work, though, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, you're not kidding. The couch grass was unbelievable. But once it's out, then what I did, I didn't grow anything. I just covered it in horse manure, left it until the following season, and there you go.
Wow. That's the way to do it. That is the way to do it. This is where I've been going wrong. I tried to grow things my first year like an idiot.
Get rid of the paths.
Yeah.
And have soil. Here and there the first, and there might be another lesson later.
Oh, see, this is. See, I wish I'd spoken to you first, Steve.
I'm sure you have.
Before I put all my paths in that are now just merrily growing loads of weeds, and I spent ages trying to pull the weeds out.
Sorry, Jenny.
That's all right. No, it's good. It's good because I'm learning. So there we go.
Yeah. It's hard work to start off with, and then I'm not kidding, after that it's easy.
Yeah.
And when it's easy, you can be slightly innovative. You can try a few things.
Yeah.
Some work, some don't. And that's the beauty.
Yeah,
That's the beauty of having an allotment.
I love that about allotmenting is the experimenting and
gosh,
seeing
yeah.
what works and what doesn't.
Yeah.
That's so exciting, isn't it?
Oh, you're not kidding.
Can we have a look? Can we have
Where
a look
would you
round
like to start?
Take us where you want to take us, Steve.
Okay. Well, here is the beginning of the journey. The first bit here, as you can see, has got a tarpaulin over it. I'm just leaving that little bit fallow. See, I've got beans in, A
Yeah.
bit early, but hey ho. I put these in a little bit early. And as you can see, the leaves, some of them have gone yellow. But if you look a bit closer, you'll see that there's a secondary growth coming through. Now down
Down
on
here.
these two, under the domes, we've
Yeah.
got a couple of courgettes. As you can
Oh.
see, they're doing fine.
They're doing very well. And one over there.
One chap over there.
Oh, because how many courgette plants do we need, Steve?
Two maximum,
So-
I've got three.
I had 3 last year, and it was too many.
Oh gosh,
Too-
yeah.
too many.
Yeah. But one thing since I've been up here is because I've got such a big plot, I grow so much
Yeah.
that where I live I actually supply, I think it's about 6 neighbours with fresh veg for about
Do
3 months of
you?
the year.
How lovely.
Well, the beans and onions, potatoes.
Yeah.
One little trick about growing onions, it's not
Yeah.
actually growing the onions that's the trick. But if you notice, I've got 2 little paths
Oh yes.
between. That's because when it comes to weeding, the onions are quite close together.
Yeah.
If you're going to weed it properly, you've got to get on your hands and knees. With onions, I invariably weed by hand
Right.
because I'm lazy. Well, actually,
Well, no,
I'm
no,
not
that's-
kidding. It's
sounds like-
incredibly therapeutic.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're on your hands and knees, you're thinking about, I'm a cricket and a football fan, I'm thinking, why didn't Tottenham win yesterday? Or Joe Root, oh, what a player. And it's fantastic to actually weed and think about things like that.
Something else.
Yeah, something completely different. Now here, we've got some of my winter broad beans that I put in, but as you can see, not many came through. The smaller ones are ones that I just popped in about 2 or 3 months ago. Now this is my spring broad beans, and they're doing superbly well.
They are doing incredibly well.
Yeah.
Look at them.
Raspberry patches. As you can see, I use a lot of horse manure, but
Yes.
I like using it with straw. I like lots of straw
Yes.
because it's a great mulch
Right.
and it'll retain all the moisture, and that's great.
Moisture.
As you can see, they're doing well.
Do you have a secret manure supplier?
I do indeed.
Who's that?
Not telling you. Now, some people cover them. I used to cover them, but I
Yeah.
don't now, and I still seem to get more than enough. The way I look at it, if nature allows me to keep 70 or 80% of it, then I'm quite happy. You know, I'll talk turkey with these birds, you know. And we come to an agreement where, yes, you can have some, but please leave me the majority. And it works. Now this is my piece de resistance.
Ah.
And what we've got here, we love our beetroot, so we got some beetroot,
Yes, lovely, gorgeous.
swede. These two are empty at the moment. I'm not sure what I'm
Right.
going to put in.
Okay.
See, the swede is obviously quite small at the moment, but that'll come along. Plenty of beetroot.
Loads of beetroot. It's massive.
That's carrots. See, 1 or 2 start to come
Uh-huh.
through.
And I suppose if they're up high like that, you avoid the carrot fly, do you?
Absolutely. Now here I've tried different things.
Yes.
You see here in the pots, I grew
Yes.
some in pots and popped them in.
Yeah.
And the other carrots are at different dates, so they're coming through at a different level.
Ah, okay.
And a tomato plant, some garlic, and under the triangles I think I've put something. It will grow.
You'll find out when it pops
oh
up.
yeah. Do you want to have a look inside my shed?
Yes, please.
Come and have a look at the shed. Now this is a proper allotment shed.
Look! Oh, this is like the shed of my dreams, Steve. Oh my goodness, it's so neat. Steve in his shed. Oh, what's that? Tiger? Is that your nickname?
No, no, no. That's the name of the company that made the shed.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Well, I do play quite a bit of golf, but no one's ever confused me with Tiger Woods. Now, this is areas for my potatoes this year.
Right.
Now, I do something slightly different.
Ah.
Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, what is this covering doing? Well, what I've got there is 2 rows of main crop.
Yes.
They're covered with a thin layer of dirt, and the rest is horse muck.
Right. Right.
Now, I cover them because the birds, they'll kick it everywhere and get the worms. These holes are for my leek eventually.
Oh, holes for leaks. Let me get the holes for leaks. Very important. Pre-dibbed.
Well, what I do, I mean, it's little things you see. With leeks, they need a hole quite deep.
Yeah.
Now, if you tried putting in a hole in the ground now, it would be pretty damn hard.
Yes.
So I always put them in. I put those holes in there about 2 months ago when it was wet.
Oh, really?
Easy to do. I know they get filled up a bit, but hey, they're okay. They
That's
work.
such a good idea because our ground is so hard at the moment.
Well, it's clay.
Yeah. Oh my God, the size of your rhubarb, Steve.
Oh.
Look.
Yeah, it's quite a decent one. That was an accident, that one.
Oh, and that one. Oh my goodness. How could
Yeah.
I miss that?
Well, we chucked a plant away. I'm not sure if it was Rachel next door or me, and it's grown. So we left it.
It's absolutely mahoosive.
This is my
And
blackcurrant
this is
net.
blackcurrant.
You can even see them from here. They're all over the place, which is fantastic. Wheelbarrows, excuse for a compost heap. But hey ho, that's what allotments are for. You've got to have a little
Exactly.
bit of space for
Yeah,
the non-essentials.
absolutely. So what do you like most about allotment life, Steve?
I like the tranquility. It's good physical exercise. I think it's good mental exercise.
Definitely.
There's a social aspect,
Yeah.
but it also teaches you patience.
Yes, that's
Patience.
been my biggest lesson.
Yeah. Funny instance up here, I'll never forget, about 5 years ago, there were some sheep over here, and 3 of them escaped. And the chap who had the sheep and myself were chasing them all around the allotment. I caught one.
You caught you physically picked it up.
I rugby tackled it. It wasn't a big sheep, fortunately. I put it back over the fence.
Oh.
But that was quite funny.
What do you do with your rhubarb? Have you got a favourite rhubarb recipe?
Yes,
Which is,
rhubarb gin.
tell me, how do I do this?
Well, it's not that difficult, to be fair.
Yes.
Everyone's heard of slow gin.
Yes.
Well, what I do with rhubarb, I actually made some the other week. I just peel the rhubarb, cut it into 1/4-inch slices
Yes.
or bits, put it into a litre kiln jar,
Yeah.
just pour sugar in, a bottle of gin,
Yeah.
a few spices,
Okay.
but not a lot.
Yeah.
Shake it every day for about 2 or 3 weeks, and leave it for 3 months. And I'm not kidding, it's good.
Oh.
It's good.
That's definitely, that's going to be my next project.
There you
Thank
are.
you so much, Steve. It's been such an absolute pleasure like meeting you and chatting to you and hearing your take on no dig. That's been really, really
Yeah.
interesting and helpful for me.
And enjoy the sunshine.
Fantastic. And on that note, I think I shall have to leave you. If I've had a really fabulous morning here with Steve. If you wouldn't mind me coming to have a poke around your plot and you're anywhere within the vicinity of South Oxfordshire, email me, jennyfromtheplot19b@gmail.com. Thanks so much, Steve.
My
You've
pleasure,
been a
Jenny.
legend. I'm so glad that I've met you, and now I know you, I will be popping up and
Oh, please do.
saying hello.
Yeah, very nice, very nice.